Hey, it's Free Falcon here. Some exciting news. They put out the Dreams of Elysium update, version 6.0 release notes. T14 is here. 38 blueprints are going to be coming out. And you'll have a different selection of items. And then we'll have also the advanced research. So it looks like each one is pretty much the same. There's going to be some sort of boost, and then probably a surcharge bonus, and then an XP bonus. And I think it's for each of the craftable items, so each of the worker. So it says here that the upgrades are the same across all the types, allowing you to improve craft speed. So the first one's craft speed, second one's energy, and the third one's merchant XP. Of their types, I'm not sure if they're going to be raising the maximum level of merchants or not. I guess we'll find out. There'll be a new quest line, so we'll be going and fighting avatars. And it's going to cost 10 billion gold for players at level 64. So one of the main things that we're going to want to be looking at is improving our gold. So we need to get our 10 billion gold in before this hits. The city worker visits are going to have a major change. So visitors from the city that come to sell items will now be limited to the highest blueprint tier you've crafted plus 3. That is the highest tier. So if you've crafted 5, they could come in and sell up to 8. It's no longer required for you to have crafted those items for them to be valid. This is a compromise over a recent bug fix intended to prevent worker visitors from selling items that you've never crafted. Yeah, so it's not super relevant for top level players, but it would be relevant for mid to end game players. Or mid to low tier players. Let's see, the minor changes. Due to terms and service conditions, ISO, the promo code feature has been disabled on Apple devices. I don't know that I actually even haven't seen a promo code yet, so I don't know that that's super relevant. Okay. The bonus rewards for Dragon Invasion are no longer hidden before reaching the grand prize. Craft qualities with a chance of 20% or higher will no longer display a celebration screen upon claiming. Typically applied to superior quality during quality events or low tier items. Okay. Balance changes. Polonia can now loot items up to tier 11, up from 10, so those builds might be a little more viable now. Reduce the amount of crafts needed to upgrade and master mid-tier blueprints, tier 6 through 10. Okay. Slightly reduce the amount of research scrolls required to unlock mid-tier blueprints, 7 to 10. The introduction of massive XP bonuses from advanced research has had us notice that some blueprint lines have disproportionately high XP values. They have been reduced down to be more in line with other types. Okay, spears, axes, rings, and shields were most affected. All right, so we're going to have to go back through and look at our leveling and see what all gets changed here. We might be having to put out a new video with these being nerfed out, so we'll see if that's going to be relevant. And the Emerald Inn and Tavern have received new levels to accommodate the new quest. Their investment requirements have also been reduced. Okay. Void Dimension and Cinder Lake Volcano no longer feature elemental barriers on easy, medium, and hard. The bosses still have them, however. Okay. All right, King schedule. King Reinhardt will personally join your ranks as a guest champion April 29th, leaving on May 2nd. All right, bunch of bug fixes. We won't go through all of these. All right, web store update. Login session duration. We've increased the duration of valid login sessions from 12 hours to 30 days. This means you won't have to log in as often to get those rewards when you want them without all the hassle. New offers. The new offering includes some that are exclusively available on the web store. Higher quality gem packs. Dragon marks are available even when the dragon invasion isn't running. And consumables such as limited edition tokens on the house tokens or phoenix feathers. Content pass slot rewards. Okay. So the biggest thing is the T14, that's and the advanced research, and then with the new quest line. So the biggest takeaway from this is that we were wanting to get a lot of gold. And so my understanding on how to upgrade these is also going to be gold and research tokens. So we want to go ahead and get all of these to a point where we don't have to worry about that as much whenever it comes up. So hopefully we can go ahead and start queuing. So we want to stop dropping money. All right. And yeah, it looks like our weekly giveaway is 15 Aragons. So let's sign in. It'd be nice if this thing just stayed on, but I guess not. All right, we're going to go in and switch to the game, and we'll start looking at some good options to move forward. All right, so we got our 15 Aragon coins from logging in, and we'll just queue up some more of these. So I am going to be on the path of just making money. So I've been spending all of it to up my contributions to the investments because I figure we'll be needing that a lot. But we know to be saving up because we need at least 10 billion in order to unlock the next stage area. And we are not there. So looks like we only have half of a billion here. So let's look at the prizes. So only real prize is the scepter. The rest is pretty straightforward. You get the resources, some chest, the occasional not blueprints, but ascension shards, some gems. Actually, there's no blueprints in here. So now that we actually want blueprints, they've decided not to put in there. But yeah, we have some keys coming up next, which will be important, and then all of that. So I am currently crafting these because these are actually selling pretty high in the market. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to throw these on here, and they've been moving pretty quickly. So it's a good way to get about 5.5 mil per one, and they're pretty cheapish to make. So no point in not using them up, not making them. It takes a much higher one to get through that otherwise. And we're just going to keep punching through all of our levels here. And once again, I haven't really focused in on upping the power level of my guys, just because it's It's one of those that there's just always new stuff coming out, and I just don't feel like it's been the most effective use of my time. Like I can get through most of the content, but I have noticed I'm not able to do it at quite a level I would like. So probably not just yet, but soon. Probably after this event, I will spend a lot of time. The boss levels early on, I typically just throw in Yami by herself because she has the reduction time here. So we can be running, it takes her 43:39 solo to run these bosses. Alright, not quite ready. Not a good enough reward to run higher. Let's see. Yeah, we'll run that at a 15. Actually, decent chance we might actually lose that one. And then the rest of these will run here. And I'll just chunk in. Oh, nope, this one's down. So just these lower ones for these difficulty 9s. Wrong one, here we go. But as you can see, I think my levels are actually to the point where they're starting to negatively affect. So I probably need to go ahead and spend some time and up my dudes. Just going to, I don't want to run that one just yet. We'll just run a couple more of these. Alright, so burn through all of those. So you can see that's kind of my pattern. You can see that my boss is actually on par, even though Yami's running it solo. That way all these finishes at the same time. I usually do that until the Yami can't solo it, and then I add in people as needed. And I don't just burn through. But as you can see, I sold 3 of those already. Made a quick and easy 15 mil. So then I'm just going to keep on with the gym. So it did say that all of the stuff is going to be available to unlock with gems. So an alternative method to what we were doing, to grinding for gold, is could just try to grind for a bunch of gems. And I guess it just depends on what's the more effective method for you. So I think the gold tends to be definitely easier to grind for. The gems just take a long time. And I still have a lot of things. So I need 15,000 here. We are getting real close to unlocking our next slot here to go to 86 slots. So we can add in another, I guess we're going to put in another storage here. And as always, just the continuous grind of selling stuff in the store. Kind of the principle of the game here. All right. So, yeah, as you can see, we have a few different methods. So I am working on grinding out some gems. Just trying to get this final push. I need 448 of those. So let's finish these off. These are not very effective to speed up, by the way. So I would not suggest doing that. We do have some other blueprints that we need to get unlocked. Let's get something that's got a whole lower. 125, 159. Yeah, we got the bun stuff here. Let's get this egg smasher. It's got the least amount of these. Right now, this is our crux. We unlocked a whole bunch of stuff, and all of them need the same resources, unfortunately. It tends to happen. I tend to go through cycles where I need all of the same resource. So right now, the steel and the iron are our main holdups. We'll probably be eating through a lot more jewels currently. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on grinding out everything else.